I know I said earlier, too, I would back it up. I showed you about Greg. Some of you may have heard of me ever talking about one of our long time authors, Dr. Jason West. And he literally, in his first book, made he said over 7 figures just on that one book alone. And he did not try to sell his book. He did not try to, sell as many books as he possibly can. He gave it to his patients. And he pushed it across the table and he said, you're struggling with diabetes? Go to chapter 8. That's how we solved the problem for about 40 other people just last year. And it worked. And he had over 7 figures in his business that year from that book. But I got to tell you something, and I have his permission, that's not how it started. In fact, what he really said to me was, I met him at a conference. What he really said to me was, oh yeah, I know I need to write a book. I don't have time to write a book. I'm a doctor. I see patients all day. When on earth would I find the time to write a book? I convinced him enough just to meet with me. And we started talking, and he kind of came around to the idea. I had him do the authority map, just like I had all of you start doing today. And we just solved this problem. Anyone in the room thinking this? I don't have time to write a book. I'm busy. I'm running a business, right? Well, here's how we solved it. I literally flew to Pocatello, Idaho. And he gave me every excuse in the book as why he couldn't do it. And I said, no, we're not leaving here till we do. And I pulled out my phone and I pressed record and I asked him questions. Because guess what? Every single thing you would put into a book, it's right here. Sometimes you just need somebody to pull it out of you. I was only slated to be there 1 day. I extended my stay. I was there 2 days. We had the whole book done. And he was literally leveraging it in his business within a couple of months of after we designed and edited and did everything. It can be done. It just matters how much you want the authority. Another great example of some woman we've done multiple books for. Her name's Johnny Biswas. She says that this book, she's done multiple now, but literally captivated her to levels she couldn't even imagine. That's where she is now. But you know what she first said to me when we first started talking? Many conversations. I'm not an authority. Who am I? Who am I to put myself out there? I was actually fired from corporate America. But she wrote a book called Miserably Successful No More, all about her getting fired from corporate America. And it literally opened up all of these opportunities. Not only did she would say, I can't get on stages. Who would want to hear that story? Well, she didn't just get on stages. She got on huge stages. In fact, she did one, or not just one, she did 2 TEDx talks, but one of the TEDx, those of you who have ever seen my little mini book, the little books like that, one of her TEDx, just on her mini book, had over 1 million views, like immediately. And this was an old picture, so that was back in 2018. I know she's done many more. But what's the point? Okay, you did a TEDx talk, that's great. What came out of it? These clients. These are the clients that heard her TEDx talk and hired her as a leadership consultant and trainer. Why? Because she got on a stage. Could she have been on that stage without the book? Maybe. But was she just sharing what she was the authority on? Remember what authority is? Authority is what you know and what you've done. That's what she did. And not only that, she actually received so many different accolades from her peers in engineering. Some of you have met her if you've ever been to Bookbound. But what's the point of all this? It's not that she was any better. It's not that she had this career. No, she was let go. Authority is just sharing the story that people want to know in a way that gets you what you're looking for. And that's more clients, more referrals, more money. You ever been outside on a cloudy day? We've heard it said, the sun's not out today, right? Well, yes, it is. The sun is always out. It's just behind some clouds. Today's a sunny day, but there's been days like this up in Dallas lately where it's just gray skies. The point is, if the sun has been there all along, we just can't see it. Sometimes there's opportunities in our business that have been there all along. We just can't see it. Just this week, I heard someone tell the story of a man that was standing on the head of a whale, fishing for minnows. Think about that. Everything he wanted was right under his feet. Sometimes that's the case for us. So what I'm trying to share with you is maybe there's something you thought about but thought, I don't know. It could be right under your feet. How many of you just last month watched the eclipse? Did anybody go out and watch the eclipse? That was so cool. I had never seen one before like that. I thought that was really amazing. And actually, this is a true photo, did not doctor this at all, that one of my really good friends who's a photographer took from her phone with a mirror. It's amazing. But aside from just this being a phenomenon, what really stuck out to me at the eclipse was the sun was covered and it went dark. But not for long, because a sun's gonna do what it was created to do. That's right. The sun was created to shine. All of us are created to shine. Now, something might be getting in the way. Maybe some setbacks. Maybe you've had some things happen personally or professionally. All of that is legit, right? It gets in the way of our sun sometimes, but it doesn't mean the sun's not there. You just have to let it pass by. I'll start where I'll end where I'll bring this all together. Some of you, I said in the beginning, some of you are here and you're like, yes, I get this. Any of my ones in this room? Say yes. Yes. Okay. And then there are some of you who are twos that you're like, yes, maybe. Hopefully this gave you some things that you can take so that you can be a 1%er. And you threes, well, I don't know what to say other than, we'll just see what happens. But I want to wrap this up with, there is a book that I absolutely love. It's a book it's been around a really, really long time. It's, not everybody necessarily likes the same book, but listen, that's for me in my house, this is the book we stand on. And it says, write in a book all the words I've spoken to you. That was true. That was then, it's true now. Thousands of years, lives have been changed because of that book. Why? Because books change lives. And I know one thing about all of us that we have in common, two things actually. We all have a birthday, we all have a death day, no matter who you are. And we all have the dash. We all have the dash that says we have an opportunity to do something with that time. And we have the opportunity to be the authority. And so what I want to encourage you to do is to take that authority map and dig deeper. If you didn't come up with something, this is, I would say, one of my superpowers. I can just look into somebody, find out what they're doing, and pull it out of them. This is something that you can do this. This is your dash. Figuring this out, leveraging it, is making you the 1%. It's so simple. You just have to do it. I would love to help you do this. This is something that I've only done this for people, usually it's $2,000, $3,000. I will sit with you, we'll map out your whole thing. I'm gonna do this, I'm only doing this for you guys because I really want you. I don't wanna hear any more excuses of I don't have the time or I'm not sure. Yes, you do. You have something, let's just get it done. I know Howard wants you to have a story or a book out more than anybody because he recognizes the power of being an author. So you can scan that QR code, I will do a session with you, and I will guarantee we will flesh out your map, your authority map, that it will be so clear that you will go back and you will either record yourself getting that book done, you will be able to write it out, you will get it done. And if it takes more than an hour, I'm committed to doing it. That's my way of helping you to grow. So I'll leave with one last thing, one final definition of authority, and it's probably the most important one. Authority is legacy. It's your legacy. It's your legacy to your children, to your grandchildren. Look, stuff will get divided, but your wisdom is all that will stay and last on. For no other reason to write a book, do it for this. It's your legacy. And it matters. It matters to you, and it matters to those who love you. So with that, I will wrap this up and just say thank you all so much for having me. I want to help you to be the authority, to get that mind map complete. I do have books in the back. Come see me in the back on the next break. But thank you guys so much for having me once again. Love you.